traffic stop on somebody.
In an unmarked car? What the fuck?
Dude, if I was an average citizen, I would think that was the cop.
Right. Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Try and put your hands behind your back.
Today, we'll be showing you some of the biggest dummies out there who decided to pose as fake police officers and even pull over innocent people. You'll be shocked to see the cases as we keep going on, so make sure to watch till the end.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement, whether or not you're carrying a gun.
On January 21st, 2024, an unmarked black vehicle stopped a driver for speeding and flagged down a Columbus police officer for assistance. As officers gathered, they grew suspicious and began discussing whether the individual might be impersonating a cop.
Fugitive apprehension in bail? I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with it. I know it showed me a patch or something, but he stopped his car. He said they've been driving all over the road that's gonna kill someone. Yes, from your guys and stuff. He like flagged us down and we came over here to see what's going on.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a felony stop. I'm going to go to 3 with some more information.
Federal apprehension.
The officer ran the vehicle's plate through dispatch, only to find it registered to the Columbus Police Department, adding to the confusion.
It's going to be out of Ohio. It's Ocean Frank Adam Paul 39. It might come back as the Ohio Fugitives Task Force. I'm not sure if this is law enforcement or what.
That is the case. 120 Marconi Boulevard is the registered address. It is listed as Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program.
It's real. I can put 120 Marconi.
All right.
So it's coming back to your guys' HQ. So I don't know. We'll figure out what we got going on.
All right.
Yeah, that guy's always all over the place.
What's the task force fugitive for anybody? Like,
Good question. I called on them.
Yeah, that's
I waved them down. He was going to kill everybody on the road.
what's going on with it.
Dude, he was going 11 on the road, went in front of 3 other people. I'm off duty right now. I'm
Right.
going home. I got all my gear in the back. I can show him my credentials and everything.
Yeah, all right. We checked everything.
Yeah, hey, what's up? He was going to, real problem. So I just stopped him and I flagged I saw the Mark Columbus police officer. I flagged him down. I said, you need to go talk to them right now. That's it.
Do you have a badge number?
Shortly after, the police impersonator showed the officer his badge and an ID. Suddenly, the guy was portraying himself as a federal agent.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're federal.
No ops. So I don't know how you guys want to deal with it. You can deal with it. It's the first one out here. Yeah, yep. I was punting to him, so I was like, I don't know. Try to make a traffic stop on somebody.
In an unmarked car? What the fuck?
Who the fuck is he work for? He's the fugitive task force guy, but he's the one that calls in all this stuff. We thought it was you guys.
That's the main reason we stopped. We're like, some civilian on here making traffic stops?
He was just, I flagged down the first marked car that I saw.
Yeah.
You want my card?
Sure, why not?
Just in case, whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
The driver claimed to be a part of the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program, which holds no authority whatsoever. The officers initially confused him with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, a legitimate federal agency.
He's always calling in all the BS stuff. That guy right there. Yeah.
You guys have seen him before?
Yeah.
He's always over here doing
I've never
stuff?
seen him before. He's always calling in stuff about 48s and stuff. He's like people from people out of state and everything. Like, dude, what do you want us to do with it?
But he's like legit, though.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. 'Cause that's what we were trying to figure out. We were like, is this guy real?
I thought it was either you guys or anything. I was like, oh, is it security? Then I was like, but yeah, he's no ops, and I don't know how we're going to handle it.
Yeah, I'll talk to him, see what's going on.
Okay, cool. Language line, by the way, too, Spanish.
Oh. I love that.
The officers were puzzled as to why a supposed federal agent would be conducting routine traffic stops. They then spoke with the driver who had been pulled over and decided not to proceed with the arrest, given the uncertainty surrounding the situation.
Dude, I thought we were coming out to something good, though.
That's
Like
what
you
I
were
thought.
saying, like, good job.
When we walked up here, like, no one's near the car, and I was like, so...
Yeah. That did make the traffic stop.
He did.
Get out of our car.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing this at all. But
Yeah.
So you guys never dealt with him on seconds? He used to be kind of popular.
I've seen the car, but they were all lined up here like a felony stop. I'm like, what in the world? I was like, this has got to be Franklin County, and then I didn't see any marks. So I was like...
Because he has the yellow letters up there like it's Franklin County.
Yeah, on the front license plate?
Yeah, and me and Columbus were talking, and like, is this guy real? Like, is he a real...
So does he just drive around and do whatever the fuck he wants, or like...
Yeah, I guess he reads like plates and he gives like locations of people.
I want to check this guy for warrants, and we're going to be done with this.
The driver was let go, and the cops were on their way as well. However, the officer was still concerned about the legitimacy of the federal agent. Using the business card provided, he investigated further and found that the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program's website, ohiofap.com, was entirely illegitimate. The following night, the officers went to the impersonator's residence to arrest him.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, you remember me from last night?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
So we had a couple more developments about that traffic stop. Can you come out here and talk to me?
Yeah. Let me get socks and shoes on.
Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. For unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer.
I have done none of that.
You have the right to remain silent. For what? Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law. You understand?
I do. Jess, I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't.
What is happening?
We'll explain it to you in just a minute, but we're gonna do what we need to do and make sure everybody's safe, okay?
Okay.
The impersonator did not resist and was calmly taken into custody. He was placed in the back of a police cruiser while officers continued investigating the case and also explained the arrest to his wife.
How did I impersonate a police officer? I never impersonated any police officer ever.
We'll explain all that later.
Last night, there was a traffic stop made on South Cleveland Avenue. Your husband initiated that traffic stop with red and blue lights and stopped a car and detained an individual. He's not a licensed police officer in the state of Ohio, and that is unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer. So, and based on the evidence that we have right now, he's not and never has been a police officer. He can't do that.
Okay.
All of these are misdemeanor charges.
He has a license for bail bond
Bail
promotion.
bonds.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, he made a traffic stop on somebody.
Okay, but I know he only did that for the good of, he felt like that was necessary.
I understand.
Even if his intentions were good, it's a violation of someone's Fourth Amendment rights when they are pulled over by someone who isn't a law enforcement officer. Therefore, the arrest was mandatory.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a police car. It even has a computer and everything. Dude, he's a bed in there too. Yeah, he's sleeping there. Dude, he has. Dude, if I was an average citizen, I would think that was the cop. Right.
We ran a number of buses next to the back of the thing, like a burner phone or something.
Well, it's just like a third party, like, voicemail box, basically. You can get one.
Those shirts in there, though, look pretty, it says to a fugitive tax force, fugitive agents. I don't know how you get those shirts, though.
Bail box and can't have a...
I don't know how he's got Marconi as his address.
Yeah.
I don't either.
The officers were shocked to discover the amount of police gear in his car. He had a body cam, a dash cam, and other equipment used to record his interactions during traffic stops.
So you said what? He said you have more stuff than you do?
Yeah, like gear and stuff.
Oh, really?
That's what
It's in a medical bag.
he's got the same, like, dude bag I have, but he's got that little drink bottle thing on the side. I'm like, how did I get one of that? It's kind of nice.
I don't want to say he's more dedicated, but I mean, he has more gear.
He does.
Just no authority.
If he wants it so bad, just go to the class. Huh?
I mean,
22 weeks.
Yeah, with all the stuff that he has.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that there's a miscommunication here. My intention is never to impersonate law enforcement. I've never identified myself as such. I am licensed with the state. I am a fugitive recovery agent. Every interaction I've had with anybody, I've had all you guys involved. It was a safety issue on the plate just because of the nature of the job.
Right. It's the same reason that my driver's license comes back to Marconi.
Right.
And it's a safety issue.
The suspect denied the accusations of impersonating a police officer, insisting that he never intended to do so, but the officer wasn't going to let the matter slide so easily.
But based on our conversation last night, you told me that you activated your overhead lights, stopped the car, gave him 11 commands over the PA, pull to the right. You initiated.
I asked him to get off the roadway while the Columbus officer was coming.
And the Columbus officer said you had him stopped. The Columbus
He wouldn't move. He was just stopped dead in the road. He was just sitting in the middle of a green light, and I saw the Columbus officer. I hit the lights, and I waved him over, and I said, hey, you got to get this guy right now. You got to get him. He goes, hey, who are you with? I said, I'm with the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program. That's exactly who.
Right.
We're a nonprofit, state of Ohio, right? He goes, okay, cool. Do you have your ID? I showed it to him. I showed it to you. Gave the card.
When we were speaking, I asked you for your badge number. You gave that to me. I said, so you're federal.
I don't believe I didn't respond.
You didn't respond.
No, I think I said, no, I'm state, and then the other guy was talking to me from the other side. I'm absolutely not federal.
Despite all the evidence against him, the officers offered him a courtesy, claiming that if he changed his car's license plate, they would not tow it to the police station.
Shotguns in there, and some other stuff, right? But if you want to put that in the garage there,
okay,
that way it's not hanging out.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Are you warm enough?
No.
All right.
The other option is just have her pull that thing into the driveway and park the other car behind it. I don't care if you put the plate on it. I don't know if you care. If she just wants to pull it in, I'd say let him do that and be done.
I've never driven it, but I guess I'll figure it out.
That way, because it doesn't have any plates on it. Do you know how to get the shotgun out of it?
No, I don't know anything.
Ultimately, the officers allowed his wife to move the car into the driveway so the license plate would no longer be visible. It was clear the officers were showing him some leniency because he had complied with their request.
Are you able to grab his wallet? Pardon me, I'm so sorry.
Are you giving it to him?
Yes. Yep. I'm not taking it for evidence or anything like that. He wanted it, so.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm being straight up with you.
No, I know. I'm sorry. This is really like.
I totally understand. This is out of nowhere, and it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure the car out. Just let me get some shoes and a coat on.
When I was with the Federal Reserve, all federal badges like that, all federal officers and federal agents have badges that look like this.
Oh shit.
$44 on some website.
Oh yeah, I would take the badge and ID.
Yeah.
Or you take pictures at minimum.
Yeah.
Who really believes this stuff?
Unless he's found some kind of loophole in the law to be out here doing this, but still, can't be stopping a car, so he can screw himself there.
Right.
And I spoke with your wife. We're just going to have her pull the vehicle here into the.
The cops also told him that he would only be charged with some misdemeanors and would be back home tonight after bonding out.
Go to him tonight?
Hey, I love you. I'll call you.
Just do something with the rifle.
It's not loaded. Just put it up there. No, it's not loaded. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it. We got cameras all over the house.
The man was later charged with impersonating an officer, imposing unlawful restraint on a person's liberty, and operating with fictitious plates. As the officers later searched his car, they discovered his body cam, where they saw recordings of him pulling over people and also giving them tickets. However, surprisingly, he was found not guilty on these charges and served no jail time whatsoever. Well, if you think this guy was crazy, this next police impersonator will leave you baffled.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement, whether or not you're carrying a gun.
On January 1st, 2023, a couple of Oklahoma police officers were dispatched to a location after a guy called 911 complaining about someone trying to impersonate police pull him over. As the officers went over, they started inquiring about the man.
I'm 19 years old. I ain't gonna if this is gonna cause problems and the truck's over there, I'm just gonna take off the vest. And I'm from Tennessee, so.
Why are you wearing the vest?
Well, like I said, I drove from all the way from Tennessee, but I'm not gonna have people call me when I don't even live in this damn state.
Okay.
It's gonna piss me off.
You're a deputy sheriff?
I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, what?
Were you a corrections officer for the sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle, or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
The individual was later identified as 19-year-old Jackson Jones, who claimed to be a corrections officer. However, it was quickly determined that he was lying and would soon be held accountable.
It's just a little odd because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long drive from Tennessee.
Look, I will tell you guys the same thing. I have been pulled over so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas.
Right.
Okay. They know. I have told them every single
that
time.
That might be true, but
and
it's just a
Oklahoma's
little
pulled me
odd.
over before too, wearing this stuff. I mean, like every time I come up here, I mean, they don't. All they say is it's just odd. I never see it. I was
Right.
like, well, I mean, like, well, guess what? Yeah, I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled over for it, and guess what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just.
And I've even
odd.
had it taken off, and I've had it set right here before, and they're like, and I get yelled at for. There's like, well, it's kind of weird that you got your belt and your vest.
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything for the facility that you work at? Oh, so my only deal
So it's
is
the
when you
Department
wear.
of Finance, Campbell County. Here you go.
Yeah.
This
Are
is
you
my
commissioned to
base,
carry a gun?
No, I'm not even.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I don't even have a gun on me.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement,
Is that
whether or not you're carrying a gun.
Jackson?
Okay. But are you commissioned to be carrying a gun and do you have arrest powers?
As if things weren't already suspicious, the officers also discovered an open container inside his vehicle. The situation was quickly worsening for the 19-year-old police impersonator, and it was about to worsen.
Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand what you're talking
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend. And I don't drink, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not. I literally. It's not mine. Man. She bought it. She lives over there in Luther.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine?
The officers sensed the danger, and as Jones displayed no information, they proceeded to detain him while they continued investigating the matter.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't care if you search the car.
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Drop your cord there. Alright, face the vehicle. I'll just check you for, make sure you don't have any guns or nothing.
All I did, literally, I went up to
Let's go ahead. Get the vest off for me. And the only reason I'm having you take it off is so I don't have to worry about the knives or anything you may have on you.
Really? Like I said, it's not in my possession, right?
It is in your possession. It's in your car.
By you owning the vehicle, it being in your vehicle, and it sitting beside you, that is considered possession. I understand that.
I mean, I've got pulled up
I'm
before.
going to try. I mean, we're trying to work with you here.
I know.
We are trying to work with you here.
I understand that.
But we need.
I'm trying to keep my law enforcement records.
Jones was wearing a duty vest and a belt equipped with knives and handcuffs. During the search of his vehicle, no weapon was found. Shortly after, the caller who had reported the incident arrived, and the officers spoke with them.
What brings you to be a cop? Is it like in a family or whatever? And you'll try to just talk to him. And he goes, yeah, a lot of my family's cops and stuff, and I became a cop when I was 18. And then he goes, well, I got a call, I got to let you go. And then he left. And then when he left, he came towards by the bridge on a turnpike bridge, and he took the U-turn and was trying to pull another car. He started flashing his lights at him.
Really?
And I didn't know if they pulled over or not, but he was flashing his lights like he was trying to pull him over. I was like, that's kind of strange.
Right.
I got home this while ago and told my wife, and I was like, man, this car pulled me over. And I was talking to this guy, and I was trying to see if he goes, well, yeah, because we got a cop friend that lives in Wellston. And I was going to call him later on when he wakes up to see, because I think he works night shift, to see if he's really, that guy really a cop. It's odd how he was acting.
I got you. Can you hang out here for a minute?
Yeah.
All right.
The officers soon discovered that Jones was not a corrections officer and only used to work as a jail administrator for Campbell County before he was fired for impersonating a police officer. Just then, the cops proceeded to arrest him.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
Oh, can my girlfriend come pick him up home?
You'll be at the Oklahoma County Detention Center.
Who's that? The Oklahoma. Is that in bad jail?
It's our detention center. It's our jail. I mean, it's pretty good size, yeah. A lot of people that go to prison say it's the worst place to be.
Oklahoma County?
Yeah. It's not a good place.
Well, I mean, I worked in the jail, but it was a county, but it was small.
Yeah, our county jail sucks.
Well, it was small.
Oh, this one's big. A lot of people in it.
I had 6 cells.
Six.
Like 6, like
oh, we have 200 cells on the floor, and we've got 13 floors.
Jones was then taken to the police station, where he was charged with impersonating a police officer and transporting an open container. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we looked at some of the most absurd cases of people impersonating law enforcement and getting caught by real officers. The humiliation they endured was severe, making it unlikely they'd attempt such crimes again. If you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how this dangerous was turned in by his wife.
He lost it, and actually that night he punched me like a whole bunch of times, like in my legs and like my stomach. He pinned me in the bedroom up against the dresser in the bed, and like he choked me and he kept smacking me. I had bruises everywhere.